Hello guys, let us talk about integers. So when we talk about integers, we've got two groups, positive integers and negative integers. These are whole numbers. Positive integers are whole numbers that are greater than 0. Negative integers are whole numbers less than 0. They start from negative infinity up to positive infinity. So in this session, we are going to talk about adding and subtracting integers. So let us talk about adding integers. When do you add integers? Okay, I'm going to introduce to you the method that I use, the bubble method. When you're given two numbers, 4 plus 3, you take the first number and the second number. If the signs are the same, you are supposed to add. Okay, so this is a plus 4 and this is a plus 3. So 4 plus 3, you get a 7, and the common sign here is a positive, so it's a positive 7. Let's do the same for this one. This is a positive 5, this is a positive 3, so the signs are the same, so we add 5 plus 3, you get an 8. The most common sign is the positive, you put a positive here. Usually we don't write our answer as plus 8, you just leave it like this. It means it is a positive. Let's do the next one. 2 plus 8. This is a positive 2. This is a positive 8. So since the signs are the same, you add 8 plus 2. You get a 10. Then now you look at the most common sign is a positive. So that's how you add integers. So let us apply the same here. You put your bubbles. Are the signs the same? Yes, it's negative and negative. So if the signs are the same, you add 5 plus 6, you get an 11. What's the common sign? It's the negative. Minus 8 minus 6. You see the signs are the same, so you add 8 plus 6, you get a 14. What's the common sign? It's negative. Let's do this one. Minus 2 minus 8. The signs are the same, so you add, you get a 10. What's the common sign? It's negative. So in conclusion, we are saying if you've got the same signs that are bubbled together, it means you must add. As you can see, this is a negative and a negative, so you must add. Then you take the common sign. Positive and positive, you must add, then you take the common sign. So this is how you add integers. Okay, so now let us talk about how and when to subtract integers. Now let us quickly do the bubble method again. So if the signs are different, as you can see here, the signs are different, you should subtract. Big number minus small number, 4 minus 3. We are ignoring the signs, take note. 4 minus 3, you get a 1. 4 minus 3, you get a 1. And you take the sign of the big number. Let's do the same again. This is a plus 3, this is a minus 5. The signs are different. Different means find the difference. So 5 is the bigger number, 3 is the smaller when you're ignoring these signs. 5 minus 3, you get a 2. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. Let's do the next one. This is a positive 5, this is a negative 6. The signs are different, so we must subtract. You ignore these signs, then you say 6 minus 5, you get a 1. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. Let's do the next one, 6 minus 8. So this is a plus 6, This is a minus 8. The signs are different, so we ignore them. And we say 8 minus 6 is a 2. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. So what are we doing when we are doing like this? First of all, the first stage is identify that these are the same or they are different. In this case, they are different, so we'll be subtracting. When you are subtracting, you ignore these signs and you say big number minus small number. So if we ignore this and this is just 10 and we subtracted 2, you are left with an 8. What's the sign of the big number? It's positive, so this is a positive 8. These signs are different, so we are supposed to subtract. Let's ignore this. And we say 10 minus 2, you get an 8. What's the sign of the big number? It's positive, so this will be positive. The signs are different, so we are supposed to subtract. So we ignore these signs and you say big number minus small number. 10 minus 2, you get an 8. But what's the sign of the big number? It's minus. Let's do the same on this one. Positive 2 and minus 10, the signs are different, so we subtract. You ignore these signs, then you say big number minus small number. 10 minus 2, you get an 8. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. So let us conclude. In conclusion, we are saying when you have different signs that are bubble, it means find the difference. Different is equals to difference. If you've got the same signs bubbled, just add, then take the sign of the bigger number. If you've got different signs bubbles, find the difference and also take the sign of the bigger number. So here's some practice for you to do. There are about 12 questions here. You can pause the video, then you can do all of them, then you can check the answers in 5 seconds. So here are the answers. Minus 3 plus 7. Don't draw these bubbles in your book. It's just a way for you to visualize it. These signs are different. Different means difference. So we are supposed to subtract 7 minus 3. I get a 4. What's the sign of the big number? It's positive. Next, 3 minus 7. The signs are different, so I'm supposed to subtract 7 minus 3. I get a 4. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. Minus and minus, the signs are the same. If the signs are the same, you're supposed to add. 7 plus 3, I get a 10. What's the sign of the big number, or what's the common sign? It's minus. Number 4. The signs are different, so I'm supposed to subtract. Big number minus small number. 7 minus 3. I get a 4. The sign of the big number is positive. Now, please take note, minus 3 is bigger than minus 7 in reality. Whenever we are saying big number minus small number, we are ignoring the signs. Okay, take note of that. 7 plus 3. They are the same signs, so we add 7 plus 3. You get 11. The sign of the bigger number, positive. The signs are different, so we subtract. When subtracting, you ignore these. 7 minus 3, get a 4. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. The signs are the same, so we add. 7 plus 3 is 10. What's the sign of the big number? It's minus. The signs are different, so we find the difference. 7 minus 3, you get a 4. What's the sign of big number? It's positive. Now, when you meet something like this is what we are going to be doing in the next video, in the next session. Minus and positive, you get a minus. So this simplifies to 7 minus 3. Minus and minus, it becomes positive. So this becomes 7 plus 3. Minus and positive becomes a minus. Positive and minus becomes minus. So let us solve this. The signs are different, so we'll find the difference. 7 minus 3, you get a 4. The sign of the big number is positive, so you leave it like that. The signs are the same, so you add, you get 11. The sign of the big number is positive. The signs are the same, so you add, get 11. The sign of the big number. The signs are the same. 7 plus 3. Remember, you'll be ignoring these when you are adding or you are subtracting. 7 plus 3, it's 11. The sign of the big number is negative.